Hello. I am Merlin, the Microsoft agent, and I will be your guide during this lesson. Are you ready to start? Okay, let's begin. So what is next? Now I remember. In this lesson you will know more about how web pages works and why ASP.NET is the coolest way to create websites. Yes. This course is divided into 7 chapters. Come with me to the next slide to see exactly what is in every video of this training. Here are the topics covered in this chapter. Each topic has a corresponding video. In the first chapter, we will review some concepts you may already know about HTML and XML. And we will learn about the differences between them. We will also talk about why XML is important. Then we will learn about what an interpreter does. Finally, at the end of this chapter, I will show you the difference between a static and a dynamic page. Hello. Now that I finished my lunch, I would like to review some HTML concepts with you. As you may know, HTML consists of special groups of characters, called a tag. The tags affect how text is displayed in the browser. A browser is a program used to view web pages, like Microsoft Internet Explorer for example. When you use tags to affect a portion of text, you must specify the exact portion of text affected by the tag. To do that, you start marking the start of the portion of the text to be affected with a tag. The way I am showing you now. And finish with the same tag but with a slash at the beginning to indicate a closing tag. As you can see here. Then, when you see the text in the browser, you will find that just the portion of the text delimited by the tags is affected. But how exactly is this text affected by the tag? Tags can mean different things. For example, a B means bold, so the text affected by a tag with a B will be shown in a bold font. Look at the example. The tag bold affects only the word bold. Let's see how it looks in a browser. The tag italic affects only the word italic. See? Let's see how it looks in a browser. The tag line break creates a line break after the word hello. In a browser it looks like this. Let's see another example. You can add some properties to the tag, like a color. The word this should be displayed in blue. Nice. Great. I will cook my dinner while you check this page to be sure you understood what I've shown you in this slide. Okay, let's go. To understand the differences between HTML and XML, I would like to do a little exercise with you. Look at this text and tell me. What is George? What is George? A name?
Woo!
Did you set a name? I hope you did not say that. If you said George is a name, that's because using your knowledge, and in your cultural context, George is often referred to as the name of a person. But to a computer, it could mean anything. So now, let's try this again. What is Georgiuho at Microsoft.com? I have time. So, again, a computer doesn't know that this is an email. And the final number could mean anything also. Okay. That exercise could be a little confusing, but I would like to ask you again using what we learned in the last slide about HTML. What thing that is a fact could you tell me about this? Well, of course. The George thing will appear in bold when you see the code in a browser. And there is more. There will be a break line after that. And the Georgiuho at Microsoft.com thing will appear in italics color red. And what about the number at the end? It will look like plain text. Let's see it in a browser. There you have. Now let's look at another example. Okay, this is not HTML, but I am sure you can answer my questions this time. This time, what is George? A name. In this case, that is the right answer. George is a name because the tag surrounding it specified it as a name. Great, isn't it? The tags, in this case, are very meaningful and not just used for formatting. We can now see that the number at the end is actually a phone number. So now I have a final question. We know that George is a name, Georgiuho at Microsoft.com is an email address, and 555-888-888-8111 is a phone number. But for what? For a contact. Of course, those are facts about a contact, because they are grouped within the contact tag. The previous example was HTML, and this example is using XML. We know that HTML gives us information about how text will be displayed, but it doesn't tell us anything about the data itself. On the other hand, XML describes the data very well, but it doesn't give us information about formatting. Is it clear now? I can't hear you. Move on to the next slide and we'll see why XML is important. Imagine this scenario. We have a company whose internal applications and systems all run on a technology called Martian version 2.0. They buy their office supplies from a specific provider, and they would like to integrate their internal purchasing system with that of the provider in order to automate their purchasing and invoicing. The provider would like to integrate their sales systems with their customer as well, but they use Swahili version 3.2 as their internal technology for all their applications. As a result, they can't communicate with each other. For example, the customer would like to buy some ink, but the provider can't understand what they are requesting because it's in Martian 2.0. One possible solution to this problem could be Either the customer or the provider could change their system to match the other, but that could be expensive.